my name is Victor, and in this video I'm going to show you how the first 20 elements appear on the periodic table. So if you have a challenge with the periodic table, then this video is for you. Come with me. Now, the first 20 elements, the periodic table will appear like this. So you will have this is group 1, group 2, group 3, group 4, group 5, group 6, group 7, and group 8. Allow me to draw like that. And then, so this is the first element, the second element, then we have others, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and we also have another one like that. Yes, and we also have 2 more here. So these are the first 20 elements. I'm going to indicate with a green marker pen the atomic number. 1, 2. So this element that appears here has 1 electron and has also 1 proton in its nucleus. 3. Then this one has 3. This one has 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. So it is important to know that in each of these boxes is an element, and the atoms of those elements have the atomic number indicated with a green marker pen. For example, the element that belongs here has 20 protons in its nucleus, and has also, remember, the atom looks like this. So here you have the nucleus, where you have the protons that are positively charged, and you have neutrons that are negatively charged, that do not have a charge. And then here you have electrons that are negatively charged. So we say the nucleus has protons and neutrons, while the electrons surround the nucleus. These nucleus are held together by the nuclear force, which is positively charged protons attracting the negatively charged electrons. Remember, unlike charges attract, neutrons do not have a charge. However, they also have a role to play in this atom. The role they play is that the mass of these two give the atomic, the mass number. They give the mass number or atomic mass. While this one has a charge, it is involved in, for metals, it is involved in carrying electrical charge, and also in an atom it is used in reaction. Reaction used in either when an atom gains or loses an electron. That is where it is used. So all of them have a role. Now back to this. Now we need to know how many, which element belongs here. Sometimes you might forget. Some students will just look at it and understand. Here is hydrogen, helium, lithium, there is sodium, there is potassium, calcium, magnesium, aluminium, and so on and so forth. But for the purposes of helping you to recall without much struggle, we can use this song. So I'm going to write just a little song to remember. Then you have the element here, the song and the element. So the element, I'm going to use the chemical symbol. Chemical symbol, element. So we say, hey, he, listen, BBC News. So we first write the first 10. So hey, he, listen, BBC, sorry. So BBC, we will write it going down, BBC News on Friday. night. So this represents the first 10 elements. If you count, you see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So what is the element represented by this song? Hey is for hydrogen. Hey is for hydrogen. He is for helium. I'm writing the symbol instead of the full name of the element. Listen is lithium. B, the first B, baby, sinews. Alright, now I can help you go with this so that you can understand the two. You have B and B. So when you get B and B and sometimes N and N, you need to use this periodic table to understand where they lie. So let us write the first one. Hey, it's hydrogen. Then you have helium. I think I can write this in red because we drew in blue. So hey, he, listen. So you have B and B. So you need to know which one belongs to the second group and which one belongs to the third group. So the first one is beryllium and the third one is boron. So now you know that this is beryllium and you have boron. This is carbon, you have nitrogen, you have oxygen, you have fluorine, and you have neon. Again, you have seen we have N and N. To confirm which one is exactly neon and which one is nitrogen, you can use this one. So, hey, he, listen, B, B, C, news. Remember the 7 is not for the group. The group is here. This is group 4, group 5, group 6, group 7, group 8. So this is group 5. It is nitrogen. We know here we have noble gases or inert gases. That is why this one is neon and there is helium there. We are going to see another noble gas here. So BBC News on Friday night. So up to there we have written the first 10 elements of the periodic table. And as you can see, it is very easy to recall. Good. So we proceed with our song. So I'm going to continue our song here. We will have, so here we have the song and the element. So when you are writing, if you could find a paper where you are writing all the first 20 elements as they go down, all the 20 will be good instead of having this group and this one. But again, they are all okay. So, hey, he, listen, BBC News on Friday night. Then we proceed. 6 ministers arrested. 6 people suspected committing a political crime. So, 6 ministers arrested, 6 people. So you can see there is an S there, there is an S there, and also there is an S here. So if you go with your periodic table, it will help you to know which element actually is represented here. So the first S is here. We know that here we have sodium. That one, sodium, its symbol is Na. Then we have ministers, that is magnesium. We have arrested, there is aluminium. 6, so we have an S here. Here we have an S, 6 people suspected, and here. So this one is phosphorus, but we have an S and an S. So you go back to which group? This is group 4. What is below carbon? What is below carbon is actually silicon. Silicon is in group 4. For high school, you have seen the bonding of silicon and of carbon. They are similar, especially in diamond and silicon or silicon oxide. They have what we call giant atomic structure, which makes it have a high melting and boiling point. So then we have 6 people suspected. Here we have sulfur. After you have silicon, this sodium, silicon, and here sulfur. People suspected committing chlorine. Committing this is chlorine, argon. Political is potassium. Here we know group 1 we have potassium. The symbol of potassium is K. Crime, we have calcium. So now you have your first 20 elements there of the periodic table. So if we can recap, we can say, hey, listen BBC News on Friday night. 6 ministers arrested, 6 people suspected committing a political crime. That thing I learned many years ago. That must be in Form 2. 14 years ago, and I cannot forget. So, let me just recap it again. Hey, listen, BBC News. On Friday night, 6 ministers arrested, 6 people suspected committing a political crime. Now, you have, these are groups, These are called groups. I think some are hidden up, so I'll just rate here groups. Groups, going down, they are groups. However, going this way, they are called periods. So you have period 1, period 2, period 3, period 4. These are periods. So this is the first video of the periodic table. I'm calling it periodic table at a glance. I'm going to create another video where we are going to discuss trends as you go down the group and as you go across the period. When we talk about atomic size or atomic radius, how does it relate when you are going down the group? How does it change? How does it change when you are going across the period, particularly period 3? How does melting point change for metals down the group or across the period? The same for nonmetals. What about reactivity? As you go down the group for metals and nonmetals, how is the change? And other trends, electrical conductivity for metals, and many other things. So please subscribe to this channel and also be sure to look for that other video in this channel. Thank you and bye bye.